Hey guys, welcome to a bit of a different video today. So, Mario Odyssey is coming up, and it's really exciting. But one thing I've noticed is that the fan base has kind of been divisive about other past Mario games now with Odyssey's release. Before I really get into it, I would just like to say that I did kind of have a conversation with Froggy on Twitter, and if you're watching this video is not because of you. It's just kind of a thing I want to talk about in general, and I'm not talking about him in this video, because I'm mainly talking about people that are more aggressive with their opinions and people in comment sections of Odyssey videos and stuff like that. So basically the whole point is about 3D Mario, and before I really talk about it, I'm just going to go through 3D Mario in general. I don't know, in case you don't know or want to hear my basic opinions. So Super Mario 64 was a revolutionary game. It was one of the first ever 3D platformers, and it pioneered the genre, and it had a lot of great ideas that it tried, and while it didn't perfect them, it did very good and had some just very, I don't even know how to put, just a pretty good game at the time. Pretty mind-blowing, by the way. As you can probably tell, this is not scripted. But then later on today, I and a few other people don't find it that good of a game. Because while it was revolutionary at the time, today it's just has some dated stuff, and overall it's just bare bones and kind of gets boring at points. Which is not the game's fault. It's something that comes with age, of course. And really, it's the best it could have done, really, for it being released at its time. But yeah, then around 6 years later, Super Mario Sunshine came out. It was a game that was similar to it. It controlled similarly, that had Mario go to a tropical island and had to clean up a big mess, and that was kind of not taken so well. It was generally considered, at least at the time, and sometimes now, that it wasn't as good as 64 because the FLUDD. Now, personally, the FLUDD can be a bit much to get used to. Basically, here's your water. You basically spray stuff, and the thing called the hover nozzle would help you make more precise jumps, and you can hover for a few seconds. But a lot of people didn't like that, and admittedly, it is a bit much to get used to, but I think it's fine. I think it's pretty much better than 64 in every way. If you know anything about 3D Mario, you kind of already know. But just some parts in the game that didn't feel very polished, that kind of stuck out compared to other stuff that was actually very polished in the game. But overall, it was a very fun experience. So then, 2007, Super Mario Galaxy came. It went to space and had a very cool premise, in my opinion. And personally, I'm just going to go at it. It is my favorite. Part of that is because I kind of grew up playing it with friends and it was really fun. But also, just even today, I find it to be the best and most fun to play out of all of them. I'm kind of just lumping 1 with 2 here. 1 might be slightly better just because the little story elements and stuff, but they're really basically in the same level to me. And yeah, it was a really good game. And now that since Odyssey was revealed that it was open world, people have not been too fond of Galaxy. Because they're like, it's linear. It's crap because it's a linear game. It sucks now. It's not creative at all. Worst Mario game. It's like on the same level of 3D Land and World. By the way, I'm not saying that 3D Land and World are good games. In fact, I find 3D World better than 64, and I find 64, while boring at parts, to be a pretty good game. It's just people are saying, oh, 64 is better. 64 is the best. And if you find that, if that's your opinion, that's fine, but explain why. And if it's because of nostalgia, that's okay. But you can't just act like it's not. You can't act like you don't have a bias towards it. That's just not cool. If you have an opinion, just back it up. Tell me why. And even there's some people that just like 64, and some that are like 64 and Sunshine. But it's just that today, people act like Galaxy is a not very good game. It doesn't feel like a Mario. It's not creative. Well, to me, at least, you're through space. There's so many interesting things, like, oh, there's one with bees, there's multiple levels where you go through food, well, not multiple, but, like, the one level, and the toy level, which is, like, in a kid's bedroom, but I said multiple because there is some food stuff in there that's also pretty cool, but it just feels very thought out, and while it's a linear, I don't think open world is what makes Mario Mario, even though I love open world. Because it's just the mechanics in Galaxy to me were so interesting, along with the levels themselves, that it more than made up for it, not being open world. And it's not the most linear game ever. It does have some things where you explore and secrets. Like, for example, the purple 100 purple coin levels. You can basically just, not all levels, but there are a lot of levels where you do explore for one planetoid, and you have to search for them. And it's just not, it's more creative and diverse than 3D Land and World ever were. And I just feel that the game had a lot of work put into it, and people are just disregarding that now because it wasn't open world, and saying that it's not a true 3D Mario game. And that just really upsets me. Just to see a game disregarded because one thing about it is not like the others. And and Nintendo kind of have been like, oh, it's not open world, it's on the same level with 3D Land and 3D World themselves, and I don't like that. Galaxy had a lot of effort put into it. Like I said, I know I'm kind of repeating myself, but the game doesn't deserve this. It's okay if you like the others better, but it feels like people have been unfair to it. And that's about all I wanted to say. I guess you could kind of call this a rant. But it's just how I feel. And I wanted to get that out there. And kind of explain why I like Galaxy, and why I don't like how it's being mistreated. Not that it's a person, but, you know, it's just underappreciated now, is my point. And yeah, Odyssey looks like it could be even better, but a lot of the elements in that game are kind of derivative of Galaxy, like the health and even the mechanics. If you ever notice, there's not that many creative out there mechanics outside of the ones you use all of the time in 64. In Sunshine, even like lesser in 64, because basically you got a wing cap and metal cap and vanish cap from time to time, and that was the only semi-creative thing. I mean, the jumps you could technically classify as creative, but again, it's just kind of not seen that way today. And don't get me wrong, 64 is important. I just don't find it that good nowadays. And Sunshine, great game. I just still find Galaxy better. And yeah, that's about all I wanted to say. I just don't like that people have kind of been rude today about, well, not today, but just recently. Sorry, Odyssey kind of cut me off. I guess it does at 10 minutes. I didn't know that, but again, I just don't like how Galaxy has been just thrown under the bus because one simple feature about it. And I just hate that all these arguments have went out over the way Odyssey is. And yeah, tell me your thoughts in the comments below. Bye.